There it goes. Okay. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. It's me, Cagman, and we're going to try Manor Lords. Now, I have played this game before when it first came out, and I know since it first came out, there's been a whole lot of changes made to the game. And so I thought tonight we would just give it a go. Do a new game, see how it goes. I did like the first one, or the original release of it. So, we're gonna give it a go here and see what it does. They don't no mouse over to tell you what they do. Okay. Sometimes some games they give you a hey, this does this does that. Max frame rate was set pretty low for some reason. Let's see, we'll do medium, and there's no... So there's no, hey, set this up for me. Let's see. I don't know why everybody wants to have such high shadow quality. It doesn't make any sense to me. The volume's not too high, so that's always a bonus. Tutorial pop-ups. Yep. Got those on because I don't remember what to do here. Display, deposit icons, audio. I already have it turned down. So let's go ahead and turn down the sound effects. Let's set that down to 50% as well. I want everything turned down. Set the ambiance to 60. Don't care about ambient voice lines. Okay, and the controls. Just figure those out as we go, right? Right. Lock to the screen. Okay. Let's do a new game. Okay. Who do we want to look like? Which one looks the most like me? Let's see. Where is the partially balded guy? Oh, there isn't one. Probably him. He's hiding under that helm. He looks upset about something. So does he. He looks like he ate something he shouldn't have and stole a cookie from the cookie jar and waiting to be caught. All right, so we'll go with that guy. The mustache sticking outside of the chainmail is well worth a look. All right, what do we want for a coat of arms? Let's see. No. No. I could do just that one. Ah, okay. Well, they had didn't have a lot of choices way back when, eh? They went to the coat of arms guy and said, hey, what can we do here? And the guy said, well, I can do squares on their sides, checkerboard squares. I can do diamonds, a brick wall. Can also just do plain. So let's do yellow, Isle of Man for the kegger. What is that? A basket. Okay. Interesting choice. Finger guns. Bang, bang. We're doing finger guns. The primary color for that should be red. Secondary color we'll say is blue. It just adds a little highlighting. Okay. Continue. Oh, I went with the same name, right? Oh, I can change his name. Okay. Alright, there we go. Let's see. Eliminate all the other lords by claiming their territory. I think that's the default, right? Yeah. Off maps, adversaries present. All AI aggressiveness is balanced. Restoring the peace. 2 territories in the north are claimed by the illegitimate baron whose castle is located off the map. Bandit camps reside in the other unclaimed regions. Build and expand at your own pace. When ready, challenge the baron for the northern territories. Okay. Rise to prosperity. Fulfill the requirements of your citizens. Plan and rule your medieval town as you see fit without worrying about combat. Reach the large town settlement level. After that, you may choose to continue in the endless mode. All right. On the edge, grow your city and raise forces as quickly as you can. The lands are pestered by raiders, and undefeated settlements will quickly perish. Undefended settlements. Oops. Survive all the attacks and reach a large town settlement level. So I don't know. I'm not doing that one because I just don't know which one. I don't know the game well enough to do a survival thing on here. So we'll do this one, and then we can expand, take out some bandit camps, and so on and so forth. Start out in the spring, starting supplies normal, yada yada yada. Underground water, as opposed to what other choices are there? Just underground water or unconstrained. Not sure what unconstrained would mean, but that could be an interesting choice, right? Difficulties, default, challenging, or relaxing. So we'll just do default. Begin. Got a hammer with a spike on it. He's got an axe. Okay, what's the message? Build up your town, your manor, and when ready, press claims towards the regions owned by your opponents. Once a claim has been pressed, be ready for battle. I'll unite these lands under my rule. Alright, getting started. Families need supplies and living space to survive. Makes sense. Supplies consist of food and fuel and can be monitored in the region panel at the top of the UI. So, food and fuel on this side. You have food 20, fuel 20. Okay. Food will spoil rapidly if not stored in a granary. Similarly, exposed goods may take weather damage if not stored in a storehouse. Okay. Living space is primarily increased by building or expanding burrage plots. Got it. All right. So I am assuming burrage plots causes loss of approval. So these people want plots. Now the question is, can I build a plot without a road? When considering what to build and where, be sure to check all of your region's resource deposits and investigate the soil fertility using the overlays on the right side of the screen, which is those over there. Construct a logging camp to ensure the production of timber. Now it's a logging camp. Okay. What is that? Pottery. There must be mining or something. I don't know. Wild animals. Fruits and berries. So how about we build this logging? Where's my settlements? Right there. Okay, let's build this right here. Seasons can affect the availability of resource deposits around your town and the jobs your residents can perform. You can view the current season and its effects as well as adjust the game speed in the bottom right of the screen. So we're in March, which is spring for some people. Here where I live in Maine, not necessarily. When placing a new building, the required construction materials need to be physically brought to the construction site. This is done by unassigned families, often requiring oxen to haul heavy materials such as timber. Once materials are delivered, the unassigned families will perform the construction task until the building is fully constructed. Okay. Now, can we throw up... Oh, wait. Okay. Oh my god. Oxen require either an unassigned family to guide them or a family that is assigned to their hitching post or stable. You can purchase more oxen directly from the hitching post or stable with regional wealth to speed up logistics. Alright, let's see. Underground water. So we have water here. Emmer, flax, barley. I think the dark color is better. Or is green better? Green must be better. Smell. Fire hazard. Interesting. Not. Oh, let's see. What happened? Oh, I gotta be on the construction menu. Okay. Alright, so let's get a house. Okay. Some buildings have flexible borders. Place 4 plot points to designate an area. The cursor will snap to roads and buildings, helping create an organic shape. Increasing the areas allows for a backyard extension. Ooh. The first 2 plot points indicate the facing direction of the building. So you want it facing the road. So you do the first 2 on the road and then you go from there. Okay. All right. First thing I think we need to do is we need to do a road, right? Some workplaces allow workers to use hand carts to transport up to 10 goods at once. However, pulling a hand cart off-road is extremely slow, so make sure to connect your buildings with roads. All right, so we have that up there. Oh my god. I've heard of your renown. I only seek to defend my rights and my honor against those who would wrong me. I hope you will not judge me by the rumors and slanders that some may spread about me. And rumors is spelled the non-American way. Signed and sealed by his own seal, blah, 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 right back in conversation. All right, so let's do a road. Can we do a road now? All right, so road. All right, let's do that. Okay. All right, so let's build a house, shall we? So construction, house. And we're going to do here, here. Oh my god, I can't. Guess there. I couldn't see the thing, that stupid mouse, the cursor, the tooltip is covering up the plot point. All right, let's see. What do we go out that way? Should we just do... No, I want to do ones with back slots here. So let's see. What is that thing on the side? It's not a house. Let's build that. Do it. All right, now will it let me do... Right, so this should do with a construction thing. Let's back up. Take that one up here a little more. Go. What does it want right there? A well? Well, provides drinking water to 15 burger pots. What is that? We can't build a well there. Is that my town center? No, not enough goods. Won't let me do anything because I don't have enough goods. All right, what do we got? We got 5 homeless people. Exposed goods. Yeah. Yeah, exposed goods. So we need to get around to a granary and some sort of storage. Let's see. Yada, yada, yada. Below approval. Who would have thought, right?
Hey, bring that piece over here.
Okay. Oh, I think we need to go up here and assign somebody. Oh, no, they're still building that. Okay.
We'll need to lift this beam to the roof.
Let's see. Assign a family.
Work on the roof, good sirs.
We'll assign a family to the ox. That's our supplies. Oh, that's why, it's a hitching post is right there. Okay. Still building. Let's see. What else is there? Oh, we can make a tavern right off the bat. You don't have enough houses, but we got a bar. Let's see. Trading post, livestock trading post. What can we get? Bloomery. Workers smelt iron ore into iron slabs. Okay. All right. So for a building to start production, you must assign a family to it. Once assigned, families perform work related to task and transport any required crafting material. Okay. Got it. So we'll select our logging camp. Assign 2 families to it. And hopefully they will get going. It says it's disconnected from the road network. But the road's right there. Okay. We just had to find a point that it was happy with.
Splendid work on the roof, good sirs.
Okay. All right, so we got 3 houses going up. We have 3 families assigned to work. 2 families without assignments will work on constructions, including guiding an ox. So we already have an ox. We have somebody assigned to the ox. Okay. Months remaining before supplies run out. Doop. All right, so what is this? That's iron, clay, food. All right, so let's berries. How do we gather berries? Nope. Nope. Eh. Oh, it's got edge scrolling. It's going to make me crazy. Let's see. Can we... Can we turn off edge scrolling? Off. Okay. So now only way we can get around is WASD. All right. Now I can hit the edge of the screen, which I have a habit of doing, and stuff isn't going to go cray-cray on me. Let's see. Logging camp. That's what we have. Workers felled nearby trees and split the logs, producing firewood. Saw pit. Forester's hut. Plant trees. Forager. Workers gather berries from nearby wild berries. Okay. Where can... Oh. Well, it needs one log, but can I just uproot the tree? The tree, they're gonna uproot one to build it. So why can't I build it? Homeless people move into available burger plots. Immediately click the burger plot to view its residential requirements. Fulfilling those requirements will increase approval. Alright, so we can't assign anybody to food. What about a hunting camp? Same problem. Oh, overlaps. So what if we do... So it says I can build that, but I can't build that. Alright, meat it is then.
Splendid work on the roof, good sir.
Let's do that. Let's put a road. Oh, let's see. Let's put a road out here. Roads are free, so that's a good thing. So we have 3 homeless people, right? Right. And they're building a house there. So can we build this? Oh, we can build this now. Okay. Let's see, so you can rotate it. Oh, I get it. Let's put that there. And we want a road. So let's do road, 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 road. Road. Why not? Okay. Sounds like a plan. Alright, so we got our 2 houses. See, I remember from the first time around, doing the backyard extension, you can then add like a vegetable garden, you can add bread making, you can add all of these things. And originally, if everybody did chickens. I remember that was a big thing that they talked about when they did like an update. They were like, we fixed the chicken problem. Because if you just did chickens, you could basically corner the market on eggs. And you could produce so many eggs, everybody's buying eggs from you, and you became like a gajillionaire or something. And I thought that was hilarious. But, that's how game development goes. The most innocuous thing that you're thinking of that you would never think, right? As a programmer, you're like, because you get that programmer mindset, and the programmer mindset says, nobody's going to do that. They're going to diversify. They'll have vegetables. They'll have chickens. They'll have meat. They'll have, and they're going to do all of these things that I'm offering because that's what I did when I was testing it, and it worked great. But then you put it out there, and people who have no idea about your design decisions, they do. Since this is a game, it's a game. There's nobody's like life involved or anything like that. People will do whatever gets them the highest reward. And so we end up with eggs. Every house growing chickens and making eggs. But that's my take on how, on game design, essentially. This view shows who controls each region and each region's resource deposits. To expand, you must press claims to other regions by spending influence. So why does it have little like crowns over the top of them? What does that mean? Does that mean they want that? Or what does that mean? King's favor, I'm thinking. Must be a king's favor thing. I don't see any bandits. No bandits yet, anyway. A shoal of fish. Seasonal. Okay. Berries are seasonal. Yep. Shoal of fish. And that's iron. We have our berries still under construction. So we still have 2 homeless families. And it's still March. Yay. So all those tutorial pop-ups didn't stick me for in some other time zone. I'm going to turn the music up to 65. Keep that down there. Ooh, tree just fell over. All right, come on, yeah, buggers. What does that say? 2 months? Well, if you get my forager's hut built, I mean, these guys got to be doing something out here, right? Nothing stored, of course. 3 constructed, 3 occupied. Okay. Assigned to families, we have 4. We have only 1 family for construction. So that's why we gotta kind of go easy on some of it. So let's see here. Remember, this part was all a little buggy. Or the whole where you could build your manor house. I thought they removed that. Maybe they put it back. I don't know. I remember you could build it, but the stuff involved with like building walls around it, it would let you build the walls around it. It was buggy, but you could do it. It was just buggy in the way that none of the stuff actually worked, right? It let you build it, but that was it. It let you build it. But once you assign people to it, you cannot unassign them because none of that had been completed. All right, so what is it? Takes 2 wood, 2 wood. How much wood do we have? We have 6. We have 1 family building. Mining pit. Timbers and planks. Then split the logs producing firewood. Alright, so our forager hut is done. Let's assign 1 there. Let's go up here and we'll take 1 out of there because we need a family to be doing building. So let's do, I guess we should do a couple more houses here. So we'll do that. That should satisfy our housing situation. But we're also going to need a granary. A granary requires 10 stone. But do we have any stone? We have animals. Stone is 20 miles away. So how about a storehouse for now? I'm going to put the storehouse right here. I'm going to set its construction priority to low, so those houses get built first. All right, marketplace. A well-supplied marketplace is the lifeblood of your settlement. Place the flexible plot of the marketplace. Place a flexible plot of the marketplace. Blah, I can't speak words now. 1. Place the flexible plot of the marketplace. 2. Granary and storehouse workers will set up market stalls automatically. 3. Select the marketplace to check your supply and demand and supply capacity. 4. Burrage plots closest to the marketplace get their residential requirements fulfilled first. You can prohibit goods from being supplied to the marketplace in the Advanced tab. Increase your supply capacity by assigning more families to granaries and storehouses. I don't know if we're ready for a marketplace yet. I don't know if we really need that one yet. I'm more worried about this granary problem. And not having enough people to do anything with it. Is there anybody doing anything over here? There's the oxen guy. Good, if I wanted to, I could speed this up by unassigning somebody from the ox. Which I think I will. That way it'll just do it, and they can, it gives me 2 families to do construction. 2 family construction. Of course, he's not taking a road. I don't know why he's not taking a road. I guess he's, he prefers to go slow. Build that house and you can move into it. I'm talking to you people right there. You build it, you can live there. Oh, nice foundation. I didn't know I had rocks.
Nice work.
Apparently he's doing the curb cut. So they can park their Lexus in here or something. I don't know what they're parking in there. Their carriage. Oh, she hammered on that. Good work, people. Build that house. Hey, that house has an outhouse. This one doesn't. Neither does that one. Unless that's it on the back. Is that on the back? No, maybe. We're into April. Comes some more. What's he hauling? Wood. So I want those houses built so we can get more people in here. How are we doing on food? Says we have 5 months worth of food. Food and fuel. We have some meat, berries, and bread. Okay. If you go faster. Yeah, look at that ox move now, huh? Well, they don't work 24/7. Roads are muddy. Ooh, lightning. She's still out there building that house, though. Yep, I know. But need houses, too. Alright, so that one's built. Now they're going to build the other one. I think we need to do... Let's slow that down. No, firewood cart. Huh. Oh, I don't want to do a marketplace yet. Let's do... a woodcutter's lodge. But I don't want to do that there. Let's do it... do it right there. Set that to low priority. There we go. Funny. Are you working on that house yet? Come on, you slackers. Alright, let's turn that up. We'll get that storehouse built next. How you doing on foraging? You're foraging. It's horrible weather. Look at that. Look at that rain coming down sideways. Is it always coming down sideways? Always coming down at the angle of the camera, apparently. Well, they're building that second house pretty quick. Good. That should get rid of my homeless problem. Should give us some more approval. I keep bumping into that thing. Approval is a measure of how the people feel towards your rule. It determines population growth and the morale of your militia should you rally them. When a month passes, the effect of this month category transferred to the previous month's category, where there may compound or lessen over time. Okay. Where are you guys going? Build my house. You guys aren't building a house. Where are you going? Thought that was low. It is low. Don't know why they're not building that house. Build that house. This is at medium. Apparently they want to build the woodcutter's lodge first. Instead of my storehouse. Boom, there's that house. Almost done. They got the roof on. Oh, fence is going up. Because I think I'm going to do a marketplace here and over here. A granary next to the storehouse. To attract families to your settlement, you need to maintain at least 50% approval, okay, and provide additional space. So we need more houses, essentially. I also need that storehouse and a granary. And let's see, what else do we need? We're in April. So, and before I can do a granary, I need stone. And the stone is decades away. So, let's put a stone cutter's camp out here. It won't let me because it wants me to build a log, or not a logger. So we have our logging camp here. Now it wants me to build a saw pit. Let's see. Should we make the saw pit on the way? Let's do right there. That way it's close to the logging camp. Okay. What are they doing on my other thing? They build my other stuff down here? I'm finally getting around to it. Set that to medium. Storehouse is under construction. And they're going to demand more housing. So we need more housing if we're to attract more people. But we also kind of need a well here. So let's put a well there. And then we'll do, let's do a house on this side of the road. Do small houses. Do I want to do small houses, or do I want to do houses with backyards so they can grow their own whatever? The problem with, now remember, if I remember right, growing your own, the problem with having your little thing in the backyard is that family is no longer eligible for working anywhere else. So if you have like a beer maker in their backyard, that's all they can do is make beer. You can't assign that family will not work anywhere else. So that can, lead to, let's see, let's go. It has to go up more. I want to go like that. Let's go up here. We'll throw in a couple more houses. That way we can attract more families. While our dudes are down here slowly building the storehouse. That's the well. Hitching post, supplies. Can we move? What is this? Resources added to the inventory. 20 storehouse. Okay. Strong militia is paramount to the survival of any settlement. Luckily, a shipment of weapons has just arrived, and you will now be able to create your first militia banners to serve you and protect your people. However, you will need more weapons to equip all the people at the settlement grows, either by making them or importing them from other lands. Okay. Now, will it move our supplies to our storehouse? If I assign somebody to it? As soon as I assign them, they're like, we want more space. We need it right now. What I want you to do is I want you to move these supplies down here. Can you do that for me? Yeah, it looks like they're gonna. Yay! Alright, how's our sawmill going? They haven't even started. Somebody dug a hole. That's what they did. What are they building here? Housing? Just gonna leave that ox out there in the street. Let's get these supplies out of the mud first, and then we'll worry about your no guide problem there, Mr. Oxman. Or woman. Whatever you may be. Oh, birdies. Choop choo, choop choo. There's a whole family there. One of you can take that ox. No? Nobody's going to take the ox? Okay. Poor thing. Stuck out there in the middle of the street. Abandoned. Oh, they're still working on that well. They've been working on that well for about a week. Seems like forever. Finally, all the brothers showed up to finish it. Alright, so back to what's next on the agenda here. Is there a way to see... Is there a way to see what their building queue is? Surplus goods, total goods. Shields and spears. Do we have any way? I don't see anything that tells me. Families? No. Alright. So, I don't think so. When placing new buildings, it has been construction need to be physically brought. Let's see. Buildings. No. Ooh, pardon me. There's no way I can see what the construction order is. I can't afford to hire mercenaries right now, so don't bother me with that. What's next? Where's he taking that log? Right there. Gonna go 2 feet. Dump it right there. Apparently when everything is medium, housing is a priority. That's good to know, right? Helpful information. Get the wife out there to get to chopping up that log. Or the sister or the cousin, who knows, you know, what these guys are doing. Oh, she got a hammer, look out. Oh. She's building that foundation. I wish, you know, building a normal house like that would work that way. You just go stand in one corner and the foundation just appears. That would be super handy. Alright, so I think what we'll do is we're going to take this other plot.
I think the window should go over there.
And we'll make that a low priority so that they'll do some of this other stuff. That way we'll have space for one extra family, but we also need this other stuff done. Even if there's not anybody assigned to it, we still need this other stuff done. Oh, look at them, they're just throwing that up there. Oh yeah, I wish that worked that way too. Could you imagine? You just stick the pole up there and it just stays there. It's not a construction person alive that would not want that to be happening. Don't need any bracing, just throw it up there. Done. Pretty sure I switched this to low. Why is he dragging wood over here? Yeah. Demolish, no. Gives you help. Let's see, requirements. Oh, I remember. So you can update these things or upgrade them, right? So it needs to meet the requirements for an upgrade. It needs water, church, and then it needs market, clothing, food, and fuel. Once all of these things are satisfied, all the boxes are checked, you can then upgrade. You can also expand all of these so that instead of just one family living there, 2 families can live there. 2. Apparently he's going to build that house. No matter what the priority is, he's building that house. What do we got? He did take a log over here, though. I think we have one and everything, right? Don't want to relocate. Don't want to demolish. Can I do next building? How do I do next building? Is there an option for next building? No. Okay. I guess the ox is building that house, building that place. He's confused. What are you waiting on? Did you get all my food out of there yet? No, because there's still bread there. Well, that leaves a dilemma because we still have no stone for a granary. And I can't build a stone quarry because I don't have enough sawed logs. Okay. Apparently cut down all the trees. Is this like a 80s movie? An 80s movie nighttime scene? Just looking at it through a filter. Doesn't give you the time of day, but you know. You watch enough of those, what is it, Mystery Science Theater 3000 movies, where the old ones where they were doing all those B-rated 70s movies, and it's just like all those B movies. They're like, they film them in the daytime because their cameras were not good enough to film at night because it was just too dark. Couldn't get enough resolution. The camera sucked. The film sucked. You know, they just couldn't film at night. It came out as just black because they had no low light capabilities really. So they filmed everything in the day, and they just put a gray filter or a brown filter or something, you know, some sort of filter on the lens itself to darken it. But the funny part of that is you can still see the shadows. You know, they would even drive around with their headlights on, you know, to look like they were driving at night. But it was always so funny because you just look at me like, yep, that's not nighttime. Yeah, you got your headlights on, but how come you're casting a shadow? Is it super bright moon? What is it? No, it's just a filter. You know, you just had to kind of accept it, but it was funny anyway. Balancing production by selecting the advanced tab of a production building or artisan's workshop, you can set a reserve and a production limit. Reserve. Workers will not work in the building until you have more of that resource in surplus in the region. Until you have more of that resource in surplus in the region. Production limit. Workers will only work in the building if you have less of that resource in surplus in the region. So if I set a production limit, right? If I go here and I go advanced, and I set a production limit of say 10, they'll make 10 and then stop. Right? So if we do that, we'll say 6 planks. 8, because we need 4 up there. Now if we assign somebody, because it can store 50, go. What's our ox doing? He's just parked out here. Well, okay. So let's go here. Let's go to the supply house. Unassign them. So they can get back to work. Dog just come in here, bumped me, and laid down. Take them out of the storehouse. Because I really want to get that granary going. Or I want to get the granary built, but I still got to have that stone to do it. And I just don't have any stone, right? Well, it says I have 20 stone. Why would it not let me build it? Will it let me build it? I didn't think it was going to let me. I can snap it that way. Oh, I can't put that there. Can I delete this road? So if I want to do the road here, so Alt. No, oops. That's not the one I wanted to remove. I wanted to remove that one. That and do that. Go. Deleted the road I didn't want to delete. Alright, now does that give me enough room to throw a granary right here? It does. So let's do that. Nobody assigned to the woodcutter's lodge. We have one additional housing, but we don't have any additional people. And it says we don't have any homeless people. Yeah, I know, stock damaged. There's not much I can do about that since they won't, I didn't think they would build that thing, so build that house. We got saw pit going. It's nice that you can go fast forward, go, go, go. You see these people just flying around. Don't know where they're going. Oh, he's hauling that log. Go, ox. Build your granary. Well, that's a problem, right? Running out of fuel. Okay. He has storage of 6. So what if we take that guy out of there and throw him in there to make us some firewood? And you just cut that tree down right on top of your shack there, bud. They're still building there. Yeah, we're building our place there, hunting camp. So, all right, granary is done. So now if we assign our one family to it, or should we let them finish that? Let's let them finish that. And then we'll assign our one extra family to the granary. And then they can go around and start moving stuff. Alright, so that opened that area up for our thing. A horse and cart increases the carrying capacity to 50 goods per trip and significantly decreases journey time to nearby trading points. After placing an order, a livestock merchant will come to your settlement and deliver the animal. Orders can be placed once a month per region. For more frequent trading, build a livestock trader. Okay. Upgrade to a small stable. Expand stable space by 1. And so it has a stable space now of 1. This would increase it to 2. Alright, so how are they doing here? They have generic storage is 10. Apparently we're ignoring the requirement here, or my production limit.
This is heavier than it looks.
This building will stop production if the region's surplus of this resource is less than or equal to the reserve. Can't help you with the bandits right now. Sorry. Where are they at? Are they on the other side of the map? I don't even see any bandits. Should they not be on the map somewhere? I don't see bandits. Yeah, I don't see any bandits. Hmm. I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that. Does it tell me in the help? Banditry. When public order falls, residents can be seen immigrating and joining nearby bandit camps. Okay. But where? How do I see the bandit camp? Where the bandit camps are? I mean, because it doesn't help me that they're there if I just can't see them, right? How am I supposed to take care of them if I can't find them? Just send some people out roaming around in the woods? Order pigs, military. As long as the manor has enough space, check manor modules. You can hire new retainers using treasury militia. Let's see. What about unassigned construction, roads, low food, region view? Okay, that didn't help me. It's soil fertility. Nope, still didn't help me. Field plots, farming cycles, military. Yeah. All right, so how's our granary doing?
This is heavier than it looks.
What? And granary people should be going and getting that stuff. Alright, so we're going to build a market. I'm thinking right here. I'm just trying not to make it too big because I really want to kind of squeeze in something right there with it. And what is that? 1, 2, 6, almost 12 plots. Let's do it. Markets are free. And we can expand across the road if we need to. How we doing on our timber? Well, I have granary people. I don't know what they're doing. They're supposed to be going and getting that junk. Let's see, firewood. We have 56 firewood. So we have 8 months supply, food for 14, fuel for 8. Okay. Now, should we move this? You know, there's still 10 in there. 10 in there. Okay. Alright, and we don't have any more housing. We don't have any people to fit into the housing. Fuel stalls are supplied by gathering, transporting. Because isn't that done by the supply warehouse, right? So if you have a person in here, they open a stall. We can't update this. We can grow some veggies. Access to herbs. Oh, so people suffering from disease may stop working. Access to herbs might speed up their recovery, while a varied diet increases disease resistance. Okay. I don't see herbs on here as an option. So less allows growing vegetables requires plowing and harvesting labor. Yields depend on the plot size. All right, so that's this one here. Okay, let's do it. Oh, we don't have an unassigned family. Let's take them out of the woodcutter's lodge. I think we have enough firewood for now. Let's see, stone, pottery, fish, stone. Okay. So that's built. We have one family. All right. Is there anything we need to build now? Or used to employ workers on nearby fields. I don't have enough people for farm housing or fields. Grain and flour. Flour, so you gotta make flour before you can make that. Blah, 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 blah. Clay. What do you do? Workers plant saplings nearby and limit the work area in advance. Tab to specify exactly where. Woodcutter. Let's see. What if I upgrade my hitching post? Can I do that? Do I have enough? Yeah, I have 10 planks. So let's upgrade our hitching post. And then we'll buy him a friend. Logging camp still has 10 timbers. He has 10. Plenty there, plenty there. Woods and berries. Let's make a road. And let's see, that's a road, right? Looks like a road. I mean, roads are free, so why not? Now, the dilemma here is going to be if I want to make some fields, right? Because nothing grows out here worth a crap. Except for we can go right way up there. So we can grow emmer up here. Flax, no. Barley, no. Rye, yes. Emmer and rye there. We can grow rye a little closer to home. And I still haven't found these bandits yet. So I thought for sure they're supposed to appear on the map. Maybe they were off-screen bandits. Did you upgrade that thing yet? No. Why are you not upgrading that? There you go. Get on it. It's June. Needs more space. If I remember right, the last time the stables was buggy, and you could have a stable, you could have 2 animals in the stable, but it would never show you the second animal. You would only ever see one. What am I going to do with the mercenary company? I don't have any money. I'm 35. Is that what it is? 35 regional well. Can they do anything in here? Well, they could do chickens. Let's see. Chickens provides a passive yield of eggs. Animal pen allows for keeping either goats or pigs in the backyard. Pigs provide a strong passive source of meat, while goats provide a passive source of both meat and hides. Okay. And to do any of these other ones, you got to have level 2, right? So how much do goats cost us? 2. Let's do that. Let's upgrade them to goats. What is she doing? No, it looked like she was all hunched over. It's just her thing on her head. Alright, so there's our stables done. No, not going to stop at the well, huh? Let's see, increase the capacity of the well, supplying up to 50. Ooh. Let's see, we're still 49%. Why is this not moving? Alright, today they haven't finished that yet. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to, once they get done doing that, once they get done adding that animal pen, I am going to assign a family to the storehouse and let them gather in resources. And then they can open a stall at the market. Because I don't think I can buy a horse, right? Well, I could. But I just don't have the families to use a horse and buggy situation or a horse and cart situation. Well, they're throwing that together quick. Do I get to choose what if they have pigs or goats? Oh. Oh, so the building it is free, but buying it costs money. So it gives meat and hides every 150 days. This gives 2 meat every 150 days. I think for now, meat and hides is a good option. And now we're out of money for our horsey. And of course, they still want a church, fuel, and clothing. All right, I don't think we have anything currently under construction. So we'll put our one extra family out here, throw them in the storehouse, let them go over and open a market stall. We'll go a little faster. And they can go around and gather resources and whatever and throw them in the storehouse. So that should fulfill the desire for fuel stall. That's just common goods. What is that? Firewood, yeah, firewood. There it goes. No clothing, no church. I mean, the problem, I don't know about the church part of that. I'll let them run around, gather up all the stuff, throw it in the storehouse. Because, see, now they're going to empty. They'll empty that woodcutter's lodge. And they should empty that. And that. And let's still get 40 or 50 because these guys are apparently super slow with going and getting it. Now, how can I increase my money here? Your personal money, usually collected from taxes via the manor, can be used for diplomacy, hiring, retinue, and mercenaries, as well as settling a new region. Okay. Annual, no tax to be paid. influence, a message of blah, 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 blah. Okay. Still need more families.
Don't be shy, good sirs and ladies.
So we can hold 2 additional families. I mean, I could actually update these to add a family, which only requires 2 loggers. But I don't have anybody to do the construction at the moment.
Well, perhaps it was simply a bad batch. These things do happen from time to time.
Well, we're at 53%.
Come one, come all. Feast your eyes.
I don't think there's anything that tells us, you know, what our chances are
Step right up and sample.
bringing in people. You know, like some games, it's like settlers due to arrive. But I don't think this one will tell you that. It says we have enough firewood for 7 months, huh?
Keep your half warm. Come one, come all. Feast your eyes on our fine.
Alright, how are we doing up here? They cleaning that out? Yeah. Hunting camp is getting cleaned out. Oh, it said something about herbs, right? Oh, not enough regional wealth. We need 25 regional wealth to grow herbs. Okay. Alright, that's where that is. Okay, I was wondering where that was. Turns out it's right there. Let's see now. The only thing we can grow in town is rye. Emmer's not horrible. Flax and barley is gross. Okay. How do I increase? So it said manor, right? Hey, we finally got a new family. Okay. Let's put these people to work. No, I don't want to upgrade that. I just want to add more people. People, can I add more people? Huh. That one doesn't give us the option. Let's upgrade to level 2. Upgrade to 2. Oh, it's only this one. I wonder why. It must be because of just the overall size of it, I'm assuming. Let's upgrade that one. Alright, so now, what if we do... What is this? Yeah. It doesn't tell you. It says a... Where are they at? Oh, the berry farmers. So what if we take the berry farmer out of there? So he says nearby bandits, but where are these bandits? Don't know. So what if we take our berry farmer out of there? And we'll do... we gotta do a church, right? Oh, we need 20 planks for a church. That's gonna be a problem. How about... What about... Let's see... Trading post... When assigned, one family member travels to the nearest possible destination to conduct a trade while other family members help manage the inventory. So let's go ahead and do a trading post.
Well, perhaps it was simply a bad bet. These things do happen.
So here, let's put a trading post over there. Can we do that? Yeah, we can do that. Let's put it right here.
Don't be shy, good sirs and ladies.
Trading post, so we can get something going on there. How we done? Well, they're finally taking those timbers. Nothing there. That's harvested out.
Step right up and sample.
Well, let's make a road. Ooh, just put it anywhere then.
You'll not find finer wares anywhere else. Keep your hearth warm.
Keep your hearth warm. You think so, buddy? Keeping it warm, are you? Use this building to set up a barter connection, allowing you to send and receive goods between this and another region in your command. Okay. Another hitching post. Market, storehouse, granary. Forester. He plants trees. Did we finally see a bandit camp? Where? Where? Stone. I'm not seeing it. Oh, is that it right there? Is that the only one? Looks like it. Problem is I don't have any money. I can't have no mercenaries. Hire mercenaries. Can I? You cannot. Need 45, huh? Well, I guess mercenaries are just gonna have to. The bad guys over there are just gonna have to wait. Let's do. So we can mine.
You'll not find finer wares anywhere else.
Let's build one right here.
Poor quality, he said.
And then let's build another one. Out here. Make some roads. And let's do that. Let's make some roads to all this stuff. Get our two little families chugging away. Think about relocating that. Where do you want to relocate it? Let's relocate it over here. Alright, let's do that. Let's relocate Let's relocate right here. That way it'll clear out these trees over here. Trading post is under construction. Sign a woodcutter. So they can go cut more firewood. Because, this game has never heard of coal, which I think that was the big move, right? They went from burning wood to burning coal, which is generally, I think, how they did it in England. Because, there's only so many trees and trees don't grow back that fast. So you got to find alternative ways to heat your house other than chopping down all of the forest in the area, because once you chop them down, they're not likely to grow back unless you take steps to, plant trees or conserve them in some way or another. Which you find in some places, you'll find that that's what they did. In other places, that's not what they did. Because if you look at like what is the Easter Island, no trees. There's proof that they had wood-built houses, but they cut down all the trees to do whatever they were doing, build the houses, move those big heads around, that sort of thing. Trees never came back. You can take a resource that you can make almost essentially infinite and turn it into finite by just, doing that. That's where you see like resources of things, like wildlife and animals, food animals like fish, that sort of thing. They just harvest them until there's no more to harvest. And then they can't figure out why are there no more to harvest. As well, it's because you harvested them to extinction. What are you going to do? Not harvest them to extinction is usually the best idea. I don't know. Some people don't follow that philosophy very well, but it's always a good idea to not harvest something to extinction or harvest them until you run out. That's because there are certain resources like trees and fish and things that we can manage so that they don't, so we don't run out. But there are other things that you can just eventually use up, like coal, oil, all that stuff is finite. You always see these reports. Oh, they found another 18 gajillion barrels of crude oil under some mountain in Appalachian or something, some crazy thing. And you're like, great. Okay. Does that affect the price of oil? No. Price of gas is still going to be high because they're not going to pull that oil up, which is the way it goes. If there's no requirement for it, why expend the money and the resources? Supply and demand. If your supply is currently meeting demand, there's no reason to increase your supply. It's, kind of regular old economics there. If your supply is, if you have way too much supply and not enough demand, then you're going to run into one of those situations where you have to lower prices to artificially increase demand. It's the same thing that they did with cheese. Like the U.S. government did with cheese back after World War II to keep farmers employed, the government bought the milk and turned it into government cheese. And so they just had this supply of government cheese that they then later were giving away because they had so much of it. Because, the incentive here is, from the farmer's perspective is, I can make as much as I want because the government's going to buy it from me, which is not a good incentive, which is a horrible way to run something of that sort, because you would rather not have to prop up a whole thing. I can't think of the word at the moment. You don't want to have to prop it up and then have it become reliant on on this money coming from the government, because at some point somebody may say no more, or it just may happen that they just no longer subsidize what you thought they were going to subsidize. Things like that happen, right? Let's see. Our berries are farmed out. How are we doing down here? We got our mining pit is constructed. They're still working on the trading post. That mining pit has not been constructed. They haven't moved my logging camp yet. Are you gonna do it anytime soon here, people? Are you gonna finish something? They finished that upgrading. That 2-family structure. I don't have anybody assigned here. I have somebody assigned to the woodcutter's lodge, cutting down wood. But I need this done. Working on our fuel supply. What are you doing, dude? Are there still berries out here? Yeah, I guess there is. It's raining a lot wherever this town is. What we got hunters up here. Hunting. Saw pit is sawing. Okay, so they're finally working on that. And I think they're working on that. Okay. Let's let a few of these things get done here. And then we can assign out some people. We have enough space for one more family, because we expanded that house right there. Goats and our chickens. Still only built that church. Did I build? Let's see. The trading post allows for the import and export of any goods in exchange for regional wealth. Workers will stock the trading post as needed and walk to the nearest trade point to import or export their goods. Traveling merchants will also periodically arrive to import or export goods. By toggling allow foreign trade to off, workers will import or export goods between your occupied regions, providing there is sufficient surplus and enough regional wealth. Okay. So if we go here, disconnected from what road network? No, it's not. Okay. Why does it say disconnected from the road network? Weird. Okay. Now does it say that? Connected to the road. Alright, so now should we assign somebody to this? We can start trading. The mining pit is done. Should be that one over there. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's assign somebody here. And then we could do some, set up some trades. I want this up here so I can see it better. Yeah, I know it's the same top and bottom, but you know, I can just see it better if it's up here. All right, so what do we have in excess? Nothing. Let's see. We're not making any food. Hides. We have 52 hides. We have tools. Weapons. I like the idea of these hides. We have 52 hides, 73. And we're holding on to the firewood. So let's go ahead and we'll do here. Okay. Since it's a major trade, so why does it say minor trade up here? After paying to establish a trade route, a dedicated free merchant will regularly visit your region to trade only this specified type of good. Well, can I still trade it though? So I want to take that to, we'll say 20. Alright, so let's see if that works. Will they export 20 or up to 20? Or do I have to do some crazy nonsense and establish some garbage? Because I don't get that garbage to establish. Okay.
Well, perhaps it was simply a bad batch. These things do happen from time to time.
Alright, so let's let that get going again. We don't have any free people.
Quality, you said?
We have enough room for one more family. We assign somebody to the logging camp up here. So they should start logging stuff around here. What are we in? We're in September. 16 and 11. Okay, so we're fine with food. They're selling food. They're selling generic supply. Am I trading post doing anything? Nothing stored inside generic storage. So are these... No. These are not trades. These are not currently being traded. Still don't know. I don't know how we can tell if it's being traded or not. Because it says we have 52 hides. Don't want to do that. Is there a way to see trades? or what trades are currently being traded. Yeah. Trading post. Workers will stock the trading post as needed and walk to the nearest trade point to import or export goods. Traveling merchants will also periodically arrive to export goods. By toggling allow foreign trade to off, workers will, okay. So anything else? Trade points. Yeah, okay. No help. No, for taxation provides the opportunity to earn treasury and influence your residents and economy. Taxation occurs at the beginning of the month and can have lasting negative effects. The land tax is collected from regional wealth. The higher the percentage taken, the more severe the loss of approval. However, fulfilling residential requirements can lessen the impact. Your residents will not forget easily and will carry that negative approval for several months. The tithe takes a percentage of their surplus food and gives it into the church in return for influence. It does not affect approval. Okay. So these should all be working. We have debranching a tree. We have somebody waiting. Herman. Anna. Child. Fun. What are you doing? People. Peddling, transporting. People. Waiting, peddling, transporting. Well, you know what? Indres. You could be doing something else other than waiting. I mean, you got trading post to be doing. You got mining pit you could be at. Know what I mean there, dude? And 13 months of fuel. So let's take that guy out of there. Put him over here. Now what was in this mining pit? I don't even know. Anybody know? Generic storage. I think it was iron, right? Yeah, iron. Get out there and give me some iron, bud. Let's see. Now what can we do with this iron, right? So we're doing our iron deposit. We can make industry. So smelts a bloomery. Smelts iron ore into iron slabs. Requires fuel to function. Workers refine iron slabs into tools. Refine clay into roof tiles. Barley into malt. Tannery into leather. Wool and yarn, and workers weave wool into yarn and weave flax into linen. Berries into dyes. Okay. So we can actually do a tannery. Where do I want to put this tannery? Tannery, the problem with tanneries is they smell, right? I don't think they concern themselves too much in this game with smells, but let's put it there. That's a tannery. And I think we really need to build a farmhouse. Yeah, I know. I don't have any unassigned families at the moment. But that's okay. Manor Lords need fields in Manor Lords need to be very large to be effective, but also take long to plow by hand. For a starting village, try a field size of about 1 morgan. Later, if you want the region to focus on farming, you can consider spending a development point to unlock heavy plow upgrade, which allows plowing much bigger fields more efficiently utilizing oxen. Also remember to check the ground fertility. Some crop types are more picky about their soil than others. So, how big's a morgan? We're not going to do it there. Let's do here. Here. Wow. A morgan is quite large. So let's start over here. Build my field. Fields of minerals to be very large and effective. Yada, yada, yada. Got it. Ooh, farmhouse employs families who work on the fields. The workforce is distributed proportionally in accordance with the field's set priority level. When crops are growing, they absorb certain nutrients from the soil, temporarily lowering its fertility and thus diminishing yields over time. To combat this, consider changing crop types, or even better, leaving the field fallow for a year. Fallow? Yeah, fallow, I think. Okay. Problem is we need a farmhouse, right? What are our lumber guys doing over here? Where's it all going? Going right here. Oh yeah, because we still need to build a church, right? I'm still more inclined to build a tavern than a church, but you know. What do we need? 5, 20, and 10. What do we not have enough of? Stone? Do we not have enough stone? What do we not have enough of? 5, 20, 10. Must be logs. Or not logs. 5. No, it's planks. Planks and logs. Alright, what do you have? So we're on a production limit of 8. Just bump that to there. How are we doing? 10 months of fuel. How's this mining pit guy doing? He's transporting to his house. Oh. Interesting. Let's see, where can we find? So they've almost hunted out. That area. So what if, how much food do we got? 68 meat. So let's take one from there and we'll put them into the logging camp. Let's see how that. Oh, did we gain a family? When did we gain a family? Let's see. So we still need 5 of those. 5 logs. I don't know how they made 20 of those, but we have 20 in storage. Oh, I guess, well, combination of them all, yeah. So let's turn that back down to 8. Because I don't want them going crazy. Still need 5 logs. Come on, timbers. Chop, 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 chop. Yeah. So what do we do? Clay. Hey, we got coin from somewhere, it looks like. So let's do... We turn so we can make roof tiles. So can we make a farmhouse? Forester's hut. Where is it at? There it is. Nope, still needs 3 logs. Where are all my logs going? That's what I want to know. Where are all my logs going? What is she building? Oh, it's the tannery. We're still building that tannery. Forgot all about the thing. There's nobody there to work on it, but you know. Can I assign 2 people to this timber? What are they doing? Debranching, debranching. Where are they all at? How far away are they from? Now, how is he debranching, or her and him? How are they debranching a tree at their house? Inquiring minds want to know. Let's see. Let's build another plot here. Let's see. Can we make that a little... Oh, if we do too far. Let's just do a single thing here. There we go. Do a single family residence there. I'm never going to get those stupid timbers. Because we're waiting on the trees to get cut down. And this is some of the slowest tree cutting you've ever seen right here. Why is I get a green +1? I can't expand. The only ones that I could expand was that one. So to expand our plots to level 2, All right, so we need a church so it expand. So to make our houses better, we need a church. Okay. And then we need a clothing stall. So what makes clothing? Is it the tannery? I'm just curious here. I can buy that horse now. Let's see. A horse and cart increases the carrying capacity to 50 goods per trip and significantly decreases the journey time to nearby trade points. Okay. We'll do a horse. I feel like I need a horse. Still looking for timbers. We have 4. Are they all in the storehouse? No. Alright, so now we have extra space for 1. We gotta throw a church out of here. Where can we put this church? How's our wildlife doing? We don't have anything out there, right? Nope. It's October. Trees are all changing. No berries. We didn't assign anybody here. We have 1 at the trading post. We have 1 in the mining pit. Well, let's build a road. Why is it doing that? There we go. Build a road down the side of that side of that whatever. I'm still waiting on church. Hey, we can build it. Let's do it. Where do we want to put it? Put the church right in somebody's backyard. Trees uprooted. Can't put it out there. Can put it there. I'm thinking. Oops. That apparently was the wrong button. Church. Squeeze it in right in this guy's backyard. Huh. Now, will it tell us that it's not connected to the road? Is that what it's going to do? We'll see what it does here. I don't think we can move it, right? But I can at least see what it does. This thing's going to take a while. Go. Go faster. So how do we do? So do we have anybody in the tannery? I don't think so, right? No. So I think that gets us our tannery gets us our clothing. Right? So if we do a tannery, we get clothing supply. Watch them throw this church up. After they haul everything over here to do it. But yeah, did my horsey ever arrive? Says 2 of 2. Well, I provide enough space. The ox's name is Ditz. What the hell kind of Barth Holmes? Can I change your name, buddy? His name is George. I'm fine with Ditz. He's following somebody somewhere. Oh, can I click him and see where he's at? Livestock. George, there he is. Oh, he must have went to the trade point. Ah, okay. Alright, so next thing we need is a farmhouse, right? So let's get our farmhouse going. Where do we want to put it? Let's put it... right there. Oh, we just got to do the family moved in. That's good. That's a good thing, having 2 families. So now maybe we can get our farmhouse built and we can get our church done. I can throw that church up. Then maybe we can do... assign somebody to the tannery and see if that gives us our clothing so that we can upgrade houses. I think we're gonna have to move the logging camp again. So I'm thinking down here maybe, or closer to these trees here. So let's relocate. Here. And get that logging camp moved around. So that should hopefully give us enough trees around the logging camp. See, where's our woodcutters thing is here. How are we doing on stuff? Fuel is 8 months. What are we at? We're in November. Oh, we just made 40 something or other off of hides. This is the slowest church building ever right here. Get to work, you. Alright, so they're growing those vegetables there. Let's do that. Upgrade that to so they can grow herbs. What's he got? Goats and junk. He's got nothing. So let's do some chickens. Okay. Don't want to go too crazy with changing stuff. Grow some chickens. Harvest some chickens. Do something with the chicken. Chicken, chicken, chicken. Because chickens is where the fun is, right? Come on, come on. Let's see. Let's go ahead. I'm going to assign somebody to the tannery right now. Oh, and apparently it's going to be those people that were leading the ox. They were leading the ox, and all of a sudden, not leading the ox anymore. They're just walking off like, okay, we'll do it. Tired of leading this ox everywhere anyway. Who cut down that tree? Let's put somebody over here in the woodcutter thing to make some firewood. It's so funny. You could literally see the ox going. And then I click the button and they're like, ox stops, and people just walk off. Like, see you later. See you later, debts. Oh my goodness. Oh, somebody went and picked him up, so that's good. Don't know where he's going, but it's maybe. Oh, he's probably taking it to the church because we're still working on that church. How are we doing? Oh, it's getting there. It's almost done. So as soon as it's done, hopefully they'll do the logging camp next, or they'll do the logging camp over here, and then what else? Other construction stuff do we have going on here? I don't think we have anything else. Church. Oh yeah, the farmhouse, right? Farmhouse is up here. Tannery. Tanning, crafting. Okay, production limits. I mean, what can you do with hides? Just a plain hide. I mean, I guess you could wear it, right? But is that really what you want to do, or would you rather turn it into leather and wear that leather? I think, because hide can be good, as like a cover because it has the fur and stuff on it, like an Eskimo or somebody that lives up above the Arctic Circle in like Siberia, where they wear like the reindeer pelts and stuff, because they wear like, I think it's like the reindeer pelt with the fur facing in because it's warmer, and the leather, it keeps the leather sticking out because the leather can get cold. Hey, the church is done. So it keeps that on, it keeps that warm, that fur, that insulating fur next to you versus that possibly cold leather. I think that's how that goes. What are we doing here? Oh, our horse is just hanging out. You can see him right there. What's up, George? Just chilling. Where are you people going? Church over or something? What happened? Gonna go build that farmhouse now? Schlackers? What about my logging camp? My logging camp should be a higher priority than the farmhouse, but looks like you're gonna start on the farmhouse, so. You have to assign somebody to the church? Yeah, I guess you do, don't you? Huh. I don't want to assign anybody to the church. Do I have any open housing? No. So that probably should be the next thing. Can we do... Alright, so we have a clothing supply. What does it take to upgrade a house? It says if we upgrade this one, I think this one has. That one has 2 families in it. So this generates 1 regional wealth per family per month. So let's do that. Let's upgrade that. Because I think that's the only one with more than 1 family in it. Right? So that gives us a little extra. I can start producing a little bit. So rainy. What do we got going on? So they're starting something there. He's just wandering off like, see you later. So can we throw another house in here? Yeah, do it. I think that gives us our 2 family plus a plot in the back. And that's what that side house means. This little, when you build it, it shows a big house and then a little house next to it. I believe that's your 2 family setup. Anybody gonna finish my logging camp? Where are you going, Jack? Stocking up on something. What are we doing over here? Oh, that's him. Praying. Great. That sounded bad, huh? Hey, do whatever you want with your religion, buddy. Linen. Wax, salt, leather. Okay. I did see charcoal on there. Let's see. So we did decide to build another house here. So that's on the list. Logging camp is still not going anywhere, so we're going to crank up the priority on that. Because it is currently should be taking precedence. Because we need the wood. And we're still in November, so somebody chopped down a tree. What are you selling? Leather. Okay. What are you taking? So you're the woodcutter and you're emptying out the firewood. Where'd you go? There you are. Looks kind of like firewood. That's good. From up here, it just looked gray. Looked like rocks. Still waiting on somebody to go build that. there anybody over here working? No. Where are all my peeps? What are they building? I have 2 construction families and nobody constructing. I'll sign your butts over to the tannery if you don't freaking start doing something. I have a feeling those clay tiles are going to be important at some point. Probably as an upgrade to the houses. Right. At some point there'll be an upgrade requirement that says that I need tiles. Now, are you going to do something? No, you're just, you got the ox, you got Ditz going out to the woods. Poor old Ditz. What did he ever do to you, huh? I don't know if the priorities on these are making any difference. Because it doesn't seem like we're getting anywhere with this. So there's supplies, there's timber there. And it says we have no timber. I guess maybe nobody's went to go get it is the problem, or it's allocated. It's probably allocated is why it's showing 0. I bet that's what it is. I bet you since it's allocated, it's showing, we're showing our surplus versus what's been assigned, right? Or versus what we actually have on hand. Yeah. Sorry if I'm rocking too much. It's a thinking process. You know, as you're thinking, I'm doing that. That's what I do. Rock my chair. All right, so looks like we're going to get started over here. We got our wood. Here comes the all the people walking in a nice line. Nobody's done anything there. Farmhouse is still under construction. What is the church doing for us? Nothing. That sounded harsh too. I like that one. That one's funny sounding. Burn. It sounds like they're banging on a freaking stew pot or something. Burn. It's all muffled. Burn. It's funny. Alright, so they upgrading this. Gonna build this. I don't think we have anything else.
I do hope they're able to finish this building. It's been most embarrassing to run out halfway through.
There we go. Yeah. I don't see anything else that needs to be upgraded. Now, what does that mean? Okay. So they're working on our logging camp now. Plus they're working on the brigage plot. And it is almost time to end tonight's session. So let's get those constructed. Okay. Yo, you almost finished it, people. Come on, finish it. I just got like 5% left. I mean, all you got to do is put that nail in, and it's done. Or shut the door, oil the hinge, something. Something needed to be done there to finish that. You can do it, dude. Come on, people. Or wait, where are you going? See, I knew building that would be a time waster. Look at these guys all going over to pray. What you praying about? That sounds harsh, doesn't it? Because this is set in the medieval times. People prayed. That's what they did. The church was the thing. Or a centralized thing, anyway. Source of knowledge. Churches ran schools. They also, churches did the schools. I mean, they had their benefits, right? They were much more beneficial to the community they were in versus, I would hazard to say, churches now, because your churches were provided education, they provided comfort for people, they provided health services a lot of times through the nuns and stuff. That's your nuns may have been trained to be nurses or fell into it. They took care of sick people. So, they had their purposes, not so much now like they do, or they don't now, but they did. They're also, unfortunately a source of corruption and that sort of thing, which is a problem with anything, is it can lead to be a source of corruption. It is what it is, right? Unfortunately, things happen. People get involved, usually is what happens. How we doing? Food 11, fuel 11. So we're doing good there. We have plenty of berries. So now what we could do... So what do we need to do here? So we need slabs. And then once we have slabs, we can make hammers. Or tools, as they say. And that's all we can make. It still looks like a crossbow to me. There's no weapons or anything of that sort. Can make an army. How are we doing our money? 27. Let's see. So that one has goats. That one has chickens. That one has nothing.
Well, perhaps it was simply a bad batch. These things do happen from time to time.
I'm thinking, what about you? What if we make this another vegetable garden here? So we'll have two vegetable gardens side by side. And then we'll work to expand these over here, right? Because we have cows and goats there, or we have goats there, we have chickens there. Okay. Thinking about doing pigs maybe. Let's see. So we still have woodcutters. I'm thinking about taking this guy out of this mining pit, putting him over here in this other mining pit. Didn't look like he was mining. So we have 47 iron ore. So let's go ahead and do this. Advance, no. People. Reassign family. This mining pit. Did it do it? I don't know. Yes, I think it did. It was weird because I clicked it and it said upgrade. Alright, so let's do mining pit there. Let's get them going over there. And then we can start a clay tile factory. Will it not? Will it not squeeze it in there? No. It will not. So in that case, we'll put it out here next near-ish the mining pit. Probably right around in here. Like right here. What are we missing? Oh, 8 what? What is that symbol? Stone. I think that's got to be stone, right? Okay. I knew this stone problem was going to come and bite us in the booty at some point. I mean, you just build it right on top of it, right? Let's do that. Alright, so now do that. It's a long ways out there, but you know, sometimes that's just the way it is. Okay. Alright, so it's December. Slowly chugging along here. We got stone going. He doesn't mine stone, does he, right? I think the mining pit can only produce iron ore, clay, or salt. Okay. Doesn't have a chance to produce, you know, some other random thing. So you can update it to an indefinite mine. Huh. Interesting. If over a rich deposit, it can go forever. They never did finish that, did they? Can we finish our farmhouse, please? Are you so close? Alright, so this one was upgraded. No, this one was not upgraded. That's our new one. Can't be. Oh, it's still under construction. Oh no, it's because we just clicked it to construct it more. Do I have any points? I do have a point. With each settlement level reached, you will be granted a development point to spend on a permanent upgrade to your region. Once you've built a manor, you can enact policies by selecting the tab above, which offers more dynamic challenges. Okay. Or dynamic changes with trade-offs that may suit your given situation. Okay, so. Huh. Alright, so new building, honey, berries, trapping. Apple orchard, sheep, heavy plow, a permanent market stall which provides a passive income of firewood as long as the region has enough regional wealth. Region does not pay the transport fee, must be placed on the marketplace. Permanent market stall which provides a passive income of bread. Customer's new trade route is halved. Basic armor making. After unlocking advanced armor making and master armor making enables production of mail armor and plate armor. See, converts all inhabitants to artisans, preventing them from being assigned to other jobs. So this charcoal burning, workers refine firewood into 2 charcoal, increasing fuel efficiency. Skillfully traps which give a passive income. I don't know which way to go. Carts, maybe? So you can build a firewood cart and a food cart. Let's do that. Finish the farmhouse.
Keep your half.
What's he doing? All right, how much we got? 11 and 12.
Don't be shy.
We don't have anybody out here in the woods because we were kind of letting that regrow a little bit. We have one family building. Okay. All right. I think it is now time to call it an evening. Let's see here. Oh, can we do it from here? Oh, we can't do it from here. Okay. All right. I think that should be it. I think we'll save it here. And let's see here. Save game number 3. See, last time I played this was 2024. Save. All right. I think we'll save it there and we'll call it the end of the first run on Manor Lords. I think it's going well. Remember, like, subscribe, follow, do all of that sort of stuff. You can catch me every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on Twitch. I start streaming at about 7 p.m. I usually go until around 9:30, depending on how things are going. You can find me on twitch.tv/cagman0. That's where I am. That's why I record these. Come on by, say hi, give us a quick chat, I usually enjoy it. Like, subscribe, comment, do all that sort of stuff on the videos. Please, it will work out for you in the future, and I will thank you for doing it. And that is going to be it.